ABC 23.
Developing now as we come on the air from Eureka. First, the deadly hit and run. At this hour, what we're learning about the investigation and the decision made.
And that's kind of scary.
A judge deciding not to place the man officials call a violent sexual predator into Tehama County.
All stood up together and said no.
Where the next proposed placement could be. Plus, the new reporting tonight. What we're learning about that brush fire on Mad River Beach. Also,
at times, it seems like President Trump is running more against 4 Democrats here on Capitol Hill who aren't presidential candidates than those who have declared. I'm Scott Thuman in Washington with a look at how and why coming up.
And the local graffiti bandits busted. How cops track them down. North Coast News at 6 on ABC 23 starts right now. Well, good evening, and it's great to be with you here on this very busy Friday. I'm Scott Rates. We start with that developing story, the deadly hit and run. A man riding his skateboard in Ukiah hit by a car, killed by that impact. At this hour, investigators searching for the driver. Here's what we know. The California Highway Patrol says it happened late last night. A 21-year-old man riding a skateboard westbound on Little Lake Road. At the same time, officials believe that the suspect vehicle was heading north on Highway 1, hitting the skateboarder at that intersection. The young man tragically dying at the scene. Investigators now looking for any clues that could lead them to the person who left that scene. The victim has not yet been identified by officials.
Extremely appreciative of the support of the community.
You heard right there from the Tehama County District Attorney with words of relief after a Humboldt County judge deciding that the man officials call a violent sexual predator will not be placed in Tehama County once he is released from a state hospital. Well, that judgment coming down in front of a packed courtroom this morning, and now we know that that won't happen. You'll remember Joshua Cooley has been denied placement in multiple places in Humboldt County. This was the first attempt at crossing county lines. Court records show that Cooley pleaded guilty to 1 count of sexual battery and 1 count of lewd and lascivious acts with a person under 14 years old. In the courtroom today, a 14-year-old girl from Tehama County speaking out.
Honestly, my biggest fear is him placing Joshua Cooley. It endangered all the kids I looked after. And that's kind of scary.
Now, the big question here is what's next and what does it mean for Humboldt County? Well, Liberty Healthcare says that it will start exploring possible placement in Sacramento and Humboldt County as the case goes back before a judge on August 23rd. Turning now to that update on that frightening fire late last night. Arcata firefighters knocking down a fast-moving brush fire at Mad River Beach. However, the work there, not quite done just yet. That fire starting at just about 1 acre, but officials say that it quickly grew to 15 acres before they could get it under control. Coastal winds fueling that fire and increasingly dry grass and brush at the Mad River Beach County Park, not making it easy for firefighters. They had to lay 2,500 feet of hose. Forward progress was stopped just before 2 o'clock in the morning, and the fire was contained at about 15 acres before 3:30 in the morning. Officials say that smoke may still be visible in that area for the next few days as fire crews continue to work. They also want folks to be careful as fire trucks come in and out of that area. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but interesting point here, they think that it might have been sparked by illegal fireworks. No structures threatened there and no injuries reported. Moving now to the latest on that wildfire burning in Arizona, the cellar fire forcing people out of their homes at this hour. Officials say that the cellar fire is now burning more than 7,000 acres in the Prescott National Forest. No containment right there. Forest Service officials saying that it's scorching brush and grass in lower elevations and ponderosa pine in upper elevations. Mandatory evacuations are in place in that area. Officials say that the fire was sparked by lightning Sunday evening. No injuries reported so far there. Moving now to another wildfire, the Cold Creek Fire has now charred about 18,000 acres in Washington state. The Cold Creek Fire is burning east of Yakima, Washington, and officials believe because of persistent winds, overnight it's growing quickly. At this hour, it's only 10% contained. Firefighters say improving conditions today have helped them make some progress on this fire. They say that the public is not in danger. No word on the cause. Back here on the North Coast, because of summer fire danger, burning is going to be suspended, and that will start on Monday. The CAL FIRE Humboldt Del Norte unit is suspending outdoor burning beginning at 8 a.m. this Monday, the 22nd. CAL FIRE says that you should maintain 100 feet of defensible space around your property, right? That's always very important when we are talking about this. Keep that defensible space in case one of these fires does come creeping close to your home. For more information, you can go to readyforwildfire.org. New tonight at 6, turning to those facing housing crises in Ukiah. Soon they will have new resources thanks to a brand new Ukiah-based homeless resource center. ABC 23's Lisa Librignac joins us now live in the studio. Lisa, what is so different about this shelter compared to others?
What's so special about building bridges is that they will be open year-round for those in need. I spoke with Sage Wolf, Homelessness and Housing Support Manager for Redwood Community Services, and she shares with me the disadvantages of having a shelter solely during the winter.
The same folks use it every winter. There's kind of the same core group of people, which means that they're not resolving their housing crisis. They're homeless every winter and still need help. Every summer, they go back out onto the streets and don't have a place to go, and we lose touch with them.
Losing any work they've been doing to develop relationships and get those people facing a homeless crisis connected. Wolf says having a year-round shelter means that they can really get people engaged and more stable. The Redwood Community Center is hosting an open house for building bridges on Tuesday, July 30th at 3 p.m. Reporting live in the studio, Lisa Librignac, North Coast News.
Lisa, thank you for that report. Now moving to the two folks busted for vandalism here in Eureka. The Eureka Police Chief posting this video right here on the internet. It appears to show a woman tagging some sort of utility box there in Eureka. This was on Tuesday night, we're told, right there. You can see it happening. Police say that the woman who tags the name Skunk, they say she's been identified as this woman right here, 31-year-old Christy Wright. Wright was found at her place of work and arrested, and because she was on active parole, she's in custody tonight with no bail. And police say that they're also investigating another local vandal called Stay In. You might have seen this one around town. Police recently releasing this surveillance video, which they say shows the suspect. Officials say that Stay In has tagged at more than 100 spots around the city. After releasing this video, police getting a tip that led them to this guy you see right there on the right hand of your screen. That's Nicholas Hendrick of Eureka. Hendrick was arrested for vandalism and has since posted bail. All right, coming up on North Coast News, the heat wave cooking parts of the country right now. It has been hot, hot, hot out there in some parts of the country. Luckily, we're on the coast, right? We'll show you who's impacted coming up. Plus, talking about weather here on the coast, it's been pretty nice out there. Here's a nice shot driving down Highway 101 near Wiat. Nice stuff, blue skies. First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch will be coming at us from the Weather Center a little bit later on in this broadcast. But first,
running more against 4 Democrats here on Capitol Hill who aren't presidential candidates than those who have declared. I'm Scott Thuman in Washington with a look at how and why coming up.
we will have those stories and much more coming up in 2 minutes. The time is 6:07. I'm Scott Rates. This is North Coast News.